turn my world upside down, a rush like I've not felt before. I can't trust myself, I need you to make it turn. Will you follow me when the sky starts to change? Yeah, we won't be afraid. We'll never be the same again.
We'll
Just send your light through before. We're only whispers in the wind. Today may be the last time I get to say your life's had meaning and you mattered most. The way you hold me like I am your everything has burned inside me, so we'll never be apart. Fly through the stratosphere and then I'll rip and screaming from your soul. Oh, we'll watch it fall. Now your clouds are all gone. Come and send your light through. Just send your light through before. We're only whispers in the wind. I'll rip and screaming from your soul. Oh, we'll watch it fall. Now your clouds are all gone. Come and send your light through.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and ignorant children of the Isles, welcome. How's it going on this Monday evening for Monday Night Raw? We had the Graps coming on fairly early this week because I guess they're doing some double recordings and all that because July 4th is upon us on Friday, but that's Friday. This is Monday. We got to talk about Raw. We got to talk about some builds coming up for a PLE, for a little TV special on NBC or ABC. I forgot which station it's on. Either way, you can watch it on Peacock with commercials. But of course, welcome chat to the Weebs of the Ring podcast. We're here on our Monday night coverage to talk about Raw. If you're a returning viewer, returning listener, welcome as always. Hopefully you guys have found your seats. They're just how you left them on Saturday. Nice, cool, and I think there might be a candy bar under there, so you might want to check. I think Vash was supposed to get those while he was out stealing your girlfriends. But of course, if you're new here, welcome to the podcast. If you don't know who we are, well, we've got anime in our souls. We've got thoughts of wrestling out of control. And we're a group of weebs who love the entertainment of professional wrestling. So allow us to be the voices inside of your head as we go through the wrestling events of the evening, give our thoughts and predictions on what's to come, and provide an experience inclusive to all you nerds out there. So grab your steel chair, yell for the table, and get put through an experience unlike any other. We, of course, are brought to you by Anima Wii Studio, and this is, once again, the Weebs of the Ring podcast. I, of course, am one of your lovely hosts, your reigning, defending, undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, the most decorated wrestling podcaster of all time. Applause, applause. Yes, thank you, thank you. I love you too, all of you out there. But of course, I'm never alone in this endeavor. There are two lovely gentlemen sitting right above me. First, of course, to my right, we have somebody who's known as a visionary, someone who's known as a revolutionary. Maybe he's a mercenary by stealing some hearts of fair maidens out there. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is Legend D Vash. Vash, how you doing tonight?
Welcome, welcome. It's glad to be back here. It is your boy, the human attack full Legend D Vash, or as he called me, the visionary, as you could tell by my briefcase. What I buy this briefcase is, I'm leaning towards it, because as people know, I love Seth Rollins. This man is like literally my my damn character that if I would have done him as a kid, that would be him. And the briefcase is fire. I love the where's my finger right here? The S on the thing that looks pretty cool. I like it. It just sucks as black and gold. But this is my theory. Imagine he comes out every week with a different briefcase color that matches his wardrobe.
I thought about that. I thought about that. I hope so. I hope so. I hope so.
Oh my God. Every week. Because if people forget, this man has been going along with his wardrobe color and matching up with his Megatron. I forgot what the actual word, but the Megatron thing behind him.
The Titantron.
His Titantron?
Thank you. Titantron. I was close. Transformers. Titantron. So that's why I'm hoping next week he comes out with a pink and blue or white and gold or something like that. I would love to see it.
Oh boy.
Not spoken enough about the Seth Rollins wardrobe and what we could be getting with briefcase, but not alone. Who else are we here with?
Oh, well, he's not a Decepticon, for he is an Autobot in this call here. He is also known as the Genius of the Mat, the man that is going to help us process these stories going on, maybe help us, rationalize some questionable bookings here and there whenever they pop up. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Drop This Box. Drop, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. We're starting a new chapter when it comes to what the story is going to be heading into the summer season. We got Saturday night's main event. We got Evolution. We got SummerSlam a little bit later to close out the summer and everything. Plus, we also have Clash in Paris towards the end of that month. So we got a lot of stuff to look forward to when it comes to our summer season of wrestling, when it comes to this company, other companies and stuff. So usually around this time, you got like that nice little main event feel, then you get that little reset afterwards to see where things go heading into the fall. So looking forward to breaking down a couple of these things when it comes to the show, because there was things in the show that I liked. There was things in the show that I can sit down and talk about for a little bit to see where it could go. And then there was like some things that I wouldn't say left a bad taste in my mouth, but I wasn't like super interested in. But we'll eventually get to that whenever we do.
Yeah, we'll get to a few things that tasted a little funky, especially if you're used to eating spicy food and all of a sudden you start getting some sweet food. You're just like, wait, no, this taco is supposed to be spicy. Why does it taste like chocolate? And then you realize, oh wait, I'm eating an Oreo. Why am I eating an Oreo? I thought I was eating a taco. And then you start wondering, oh, maybe an Oreo is a taco. But that's a debate for a whole other time. We're going to start with our headline stories now. A lot of Evolution 2 news tonight. We got at least 3 matches confirmed actually tonight. One of them being, I'm just going to run down what we heard tonight for our for the card, and then we'll kind of talk about it just as like a general topic here. So we started the show off with Rhea Ripley coming out being like, oh, what's next for mommy? Io Sky comes out and she challenges Rhea for a title match at Evolution 2. So looks like Io and Rhea are going to run it back at Evolution 2. We got confirmed that there is going to be a battle royal set to basically name a number 1 contender for whatever title they want to go for, whether it's the world's women's title or the WWE women's title. Either way, they're going to get a shot at Clash at Paris for that title. And of course, the women's tag titles need something to go on with this show. So Roxanne and Raquel are going to end up defending these titles against a team from Raw, a team from SmackDown, and a team from NXT. So again, 3 big matches coming out to get us hopefully started on Evolution 2. Hopefully we get some more matches made in the next we're less than 2 weeks away for the build of these shows, so
yes,
hopefully we get something to really get our taste buds watered and all that. But I mean, yeah, what would you guys like to start with first? I feel maybe the elephant in the room with the whole Io and Rhea thing, because I think this kind of got a lot of people talking because, oh, Rhea's in the title picture again, and oh, Io Sky might be dropping the Rhea, blah, blah, blah. But go ahead, Vash, lay it on me. How do you feel about all this?
Look, I have one thing first to say that you brought up perfectly. When you said, "Oh, Rhea's in title picture," motherfuckers, if you were the top star in the company, why would you not want to be the top star? Even Cody Rhodes has said it. Rhea Ripley as Saudi at the event, she was in an interview, or I believe on SmackDown, or she did some backstage, that she said herself that she is meant to be there. And why would you want her? Like, if you are on top, if you're on the upper card, why would you want to chase that title and always be from the title picture? That's like the most obvious thing. That's one. Two, I don't mind Rhea and Io. I'm going to state that first to any of the audience. And you guys know me as positive Vash, optimistic Vash, yes. But for this battle, I'm not optimistic. Because the way it occurred, Io came out, Rhea like, yo, so I want to do this with you. What's up? I want to fight you. You're the best of the best. Cool. I would have not mind that if Io at least defended her title at least once or twice from Mania to now, because since Mania she has not defended her title not once. So then her next opponent after she defeated Rhea and Bianca, and the next opponent is going to be Rhea again for Evolution. Great hype, probably main event. I'm excited for it. I'm here to see it. But to actually get the build-up within only 2 weeks, and just because they both wanted each other and Mommy's on top and everything, sure, but just without Io not having an opponent to fight against in the past 2 months is what it feels a bit lackluster. If she defeated even a job or something, it would have been something like, okay, cool. She was still getting her title picture, still being there. But right now, over the past 2 months and a half, she's only been literally backstage, literally being part of our girl Brie Bella, I believe it was, just doing all these things. But Michael Cole has nothing to say about that. But he said, oh, the New Day only defended their titles once or twice since Mania, but Io, zero. That's all I got.
Yeah, it's really weird how she never had a title defense between then and now. So yeah, to really run it back with Rhea as her first one after Mania, yeah, it's kind of weird. But what about you, Job? What do you think of like this news and how we got here, and the possibility of maybe Io dropping it? Because we did have Michael Cole on commentary mention, hey, Rhea has never beaten Io before. Could we finally have that outcome at Evolution?
I mean, it's definitely possible. I personally don't see it because, I mean, I just feel like if it were to happen, you kind of need a little bit more space to do it because we just have like next week to really get to the match. So it would kind of feel a little bit lackluster if Rhea just wins it like that, to me personally. But when it comes to like this announcement itself, like, yeah, it is a little off because, I mean, they haven't really done anything with Io Sky. And we talked about Tiffany Stratton on the channel when it came to her having her title on the line and going up against Nia or whoever else crossed her paths. Like, she's on television and we see her quite a bit. Even if she's not involved in a match, you know, she's still doing something. If it's a promo segment, building something with Naomi, because obviously a lot of things are going to tie into SummerSlam later once we get to that point. So it's like she's always there. And then you have her with the title, which they made a pretty big deal when she won it. And then when they had that match at Mania, it was like the talk of the town. A lot of people love that match, including me, myself. So it's like, it's just weird because there's so many people on Raw that you can put Io against, and it doesn't have to be like these big crazy names. You want her to go up against like these undercard, maybe give them a little screen time, whatever, so Io can just plow through them or something. You could have easily done that. I just don't understand, like, you know, why out of the blue we're just getting right back to that. It just seems like there isn't anything else lined up, and I feel like it's just very lazy for creative just to go back to this. Like, you have a lot of women on that roster. You can't just automatically come to, okay, let's insert Rhea into this picture again. And nobody's complaining about the match because we know the match is going to be good. They have good chemistry with one another. It just feels like very lazy when it comes to trying to figure out what to do. Because, I mean, I can imagine, because we've seen clips when they're advertising the new Netflix show when it comes that little whiteboard and everything. It just seems like they put the most basic shit on there. They don't really think things through when it comes to how to run things properly, which I never really understood. It's like we could easily see like where things line up on television, and they probably know that too. They just choose not to go down that direction, either because they're worried of the outcome if they do something or whatever, or they just like to keep basic things. Because I personally feel like when it comes to 2025 as a whole, when it comes to WWE, it hasn't really been hit when it comes to the wrestling space with them, and creativity is like definitely something that is like very lacking when it comes to them. But it's like, we got the match. I mean, we can't really do anything about it. I mean, I'll still watch it, of course. I'm just wondering if there's like more to it or something, because that's what I really want to know. Because I mean, like I said, if there was a little bit more space, maybe they might do something with Rhea, but it just feels like too soon. There's nothing there. It's kind of like you're just throwing stuff at a wall and expecting it to stick. Like, I don't personally see Io losing the title.
Yeah.
I hope not.
And so my thing with it, I have two things with it. One, what was it? Just last week, we literally had Io and Asuka interact and being like, oh, it'll be a dream. Keep that in mind. A dream to face each other for the title. Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be awesome? You should go win Queen of the Ring now. And then we come to this week where it's like Adam Pearce apparently gave Io the opportunity, to make a choice with who she wanted to defend her title against at Evolution. And she chooses Rhea, of all people, which means either one or two things. Either one, WWE are just going to like make us forget that Io freaking said that to Asuka and all that. Or two, Io thinks Rhea's better than Asuka, which, that's a whole argument in itself. There's that little aspect with it. The other thing, they still have another week to like do something with this. Can they add a stipulation to it? Like, add something
thank you. That
more
too.
to it?
Yeah.
Like, make it different than what we've already seen, And I mean, don't get me wrong, we've already seen like the two matches they had for the title and the triple threat. Yeah, they can go. We know this, but just add something new. Maybe, I mean, one thing that would be really cool, because it would actually kind of put Io at a disadvantage. Do like a submission match, because Rhea has a submission move, like a signature submission move.
But yeah.
I don't recall if Io's ever like won with a submission, but I mean, again, she's got Asuka as a friend who's really good at like submission moves, i.e., that like armbar that she pulls off. And well, I'd say the Asuka lock, but that thing has been looking looser than a $10 hooker. So I'm just sitting here like, okay, can we add something more to this match besides it just being a match? And again, they have another week or so to kind of add to it, maybe like build a little bit more for it. I at least appreciate we're using our women on the weekly show, but yeah, we'll have to see how that one shapes up. I'm gonna transition us now to the women's tag title picture now. So we had Roxanne formally now join the Judgment Day, which, we'll get into a little bit later when it comes to the Judgment Day. But her and Raquel now have to defend the titles in a fatal four-way match against a team from Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. Are there any teams that you guys have as front runners from each brand, or maybe even just from one if you can't think of any? Vash, I'll start with you. Any front runners for like being at least a part of this match, maybe even taking the titles?
NXT have one. I saw already on my timeline, and I love this one. Is Soruka and Zardia.
Yeah.
That's the one I have for NXT. I love that one. For SmackDown, I saw this one, which I don't know how's that going. Charlotte Flair and Alexa, but I'm not too sure on that one. That's the only one I'm like a bit, and nothing confused. I'm like, sure, I guess. For Raw, I don't have one. But I like this Roxanne and Raquel. It's gonna be interesting how they work with the dynamic. But I know because we've seen Liv and Raquel's dynamic of how sometimes Raquel uses Liv as a battering ram, to be straight up to it. Curious to see how with Roxanne as this dynamic, how they're gonna, mix it up during the training and lead up to this type of fatal four way. And I prefer this fatal four way for anybody that wasn't on the timeline over the weekend. The reports / rumor already said that Roxanne was gonna replace Liv, but it was gonna be a triple threat. So happy it's gonna be a fatal four way, and Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce chose to pick one from each of the brand, and Shawn Michaels is being involved to choose one from NXT. So I'm very happy about this, but I don't have no other choices. NXT is the only one that I was very happy about.
What about you, Drop?
I would probably have to say like Ruka and Zarya was the one that came to mind the most, because that's like the one that they're really pushing there on NXT. And for SmackDown, I mean, Charlotte and Alexa, that has been building for a while, so that could potentially be a thing that they lean into. So I wouldn't be opposed to that. And you kind of have to get, Charlotte and Alexa on the card somehow. I don't really see them missing an Evolution show. So that's another thing you got to factor in there. Those are some pretty big names you want to put on the card. And when it comes to Raw, I mean, the only one I can really think of, honestly, is maybe Maxine and Natalya. Because I don't really know who else, honestly.
Yeah, they're like the only other team on Raw, which kind of blows.
Is that really? Hold up, I'm gonna double check that. Is that real?
I mean, unless they throw the Kabuki Warriors together.
Yeah.
I mean, right now it looks like they're kind of pushing them as singles stars.
Yeah.
Because we got that vignette for Kairi Sane tonight. And we had no mention of Asuka even for weeks. Like, just Kairi wasn't backstage last week to be like, "Oh, hi Asuka, you're back." Blah blah blah, all that. Not you. Charlotte and Alexa are a good shout from SmackDown. If they're not a part of this match, they could probably be having a singles match against each other at Evolution, which could lead into maybe them getting a tag title shot, like a Subway.
He's back on live. We might be back live. That's why I stopped the song.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
Okay, it's a collection. Yep, we're going back to the same stream. I think. Yep, it's buffering. I'm trying to see right now because I know if I let the song continue being played, we get copyrighted immediately.
I think we're good. All right, I think we're good. Hey everybody, how's it going?
We are? Okay,
yeah, we're good. Yeah, we're good. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you guys missed all of that, but that's fine. It's all good. No worries about that. Things happen. Technology is a thing. And boy, if y'all have heard me crash out on technology before, you
understand. Check out. We don't have a VOD for it, but yeah, I have the private VODs for it. But definitely, I'm not sure if it's not live on Twitch. Ignore what I'm saying, but definitely the Elimination Chamber of this year, he was crashing out.
Oh god, my god, I hated that. But yeah, if you guys are watching the VOD, I'm sure there's a good old timestamp for where you can join us back in the conversation and everything. So, hey, there's our buddy Drop.
Yes, we're here for episode 155, 160.
Here for the add 6 more to that one. 161.
Yeah, 161. I was close there.
Yeah. We'll probably get to 200 back this year. We'll probably get to 200. Sure.
Oh shit, we get to 200 to both shows, Weebs of the Ring and Anime Lily Podcast.
Mazel tov.
Yeah. But we're back.
Enough about those tag titles, though. Battle Royal set for #1 contender for any of their world titles at Clash in Paris. Interesting that it's Clash in Paris, because why is it not SummerSlam? I don't know. But any front runners that you guys may have to win this Battle Royal? I know we don't have anybody like set in stone for it yet, but I mean, anybody that like kind of comes into your mind, be like, oh, you know what? They could win and they can go on for a title shot. That could be cool. Anybody that comes to y'all's minds?
Sure. For the Battle Royal, did they say it's
Hmm.
only Raw and SmackDown ladies, or is it going to be NXT as well?
I would assume only Raw and SmackDown since it's Clash in Paris, and that's a.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, you're right.
PLE.
That's
Yeah.
main roster PO. Yes, you got a point. So ignore my question. So NXT out, Raw and SmackDown here. Okay. Who do I have? Well, for anybody that watched the VPN version of Raw, we had Stephanie Valkyria doing a promo about the Battle Royale and how she's La Primera, she'll be out. So she's my bet right now because they're already posting her doing already a promo about the Battle Royale and how she's going to be the first one to win it. So right now, with how well she's being pushed by the audience and the fans and by the book and everything, I have to put my money on her.
Okay. All right. That's actually a really good shout. What about you? Drop anybody that comes to your mind like this early with it?
She's probably my pick too, because I feel like she's probably a safe bet for this thing. I feel like they're really high on her right now. Like, ever since she became a part of Raw, they've been pushing her pretty good. She's been protected. She's been put in a lot of important matches ever since she left NXT. So I feel like having her on an international show going up against potentially Io or Rhea, I would more than likely would want to see. Actually, I wouldn't mind seeing either of them, but I feel like she's probably a safe bet, to be honest.
Yeah, I could see like her and Julia honestly being like the final two.
Yeah.
And then just kind of running back a little bit and kind of showing, kind of reminding everybody, oh yeah, these two have really good in-ring chemistry with each other. Cool. Let's do more of that with our women and all that. But okay, well, I mean, that's basically, what we got for the Evolution build this week. Well, we got one other match to kind of talk about when it comes to Evolution, but we'll get into that when we talk about our born voice. Now, look, I said, look here, boy. I came all this way to Toronto to try your world
We might be live.
famous.
We might be live.
Are we?
Can you let me know? I was just trying to see if I did something. Not sure if it
I'm
worked.
looking.
Let me know.
I'm looking.
I'm doing all this so
looking.
fast. Oh yes! Oh
looking.
shit! Yes! I
Oh,
did it! Holy
us.
fuck!
Look at us
Holy
go.
fuck! Holy
There we
shit!
go. There we go.
Holy fuck!
Oh my god. It worked.
Walkers take over so I can let Nick know.
Okay, cool, great, excellent. Apologies, everybody, for some difficulties that we are having tonight. Everything's fine. Everything is good. We will be.
What's funny? We have only talked about like one or two topics still during this whole time.
Fine. It's fine. It's just this is America. This is exactly what we get for being the land of the free, the home of the brave, and for taking a day off of work. How dare we do this? Basically, what I was saying before, we got cut off again. Seth was trying to make sense of like why he went to Saudi, because like Gunther's just like, oh yeah, you went to go cash in on freaking John Cena and you failed. It's just like no. I actually went there to cost CM Punk the title because I said that I would make sure that he would never be champion in WWE. It's like, Seth, remember the story of Drew McIntyre in 2024 and his little obsession with CM Punk? Do you really want to go down that little rabbit hole? Because that's what you're about to do. You're about to become this petty little guy. But of course, they mentioned CM Punk. And here comes CM Punk running out there, gonna beat up on Seth Rollins. Seth escapes, runs up the steps in the crowd. Punk pushes Gunther too aside, which kind of wasn't a fan of that because Gunther kind of looked like a dork there. But that's neither here nor there, I guess. With that,
I think it's more like Alpha and Alpha's just hanging out, and it's just more like I didn't expect that. You just threw me off, and like more like Gunther's like, okay, what the fuck just happened? I'm in the middle of all this shit. I get where he could look like a dork, but it's more like I didn't see that, but I could see that perspective.
So Gunther looked like a dork. Because I'm sorry, somebody that's known as the general, the guy who's supposed to be supposedly
The king as well from 2024.
defeating Goldberg in 2 weeks time, less than 2 weeks time, you're having him just topple over from a simple push. Fudge all that noise. But hey, at least LA Knight is here to beat up on Seth Rollins, and their match gets official for Saturday night's main event. So they're going to be facing off against each other. Honestly, at least for me, not much to say about the Goldberg Gunther stuff, because it just seemed very regurgitatory from what we've been hearing for the past couple weeks. Seth confronting Gunther is also interesting, though, because Seth did say, hey, I did tell all of you, both of you main champions, to watch your back, because I am going to be watching you guys. I'm going to make sure I am there to defeat you guys and get my titles back. But, you know, yeah, we're at least continuing on the story with, like, Punk, with LA Knight. Even those two had, like, a little brief stint in the back where Punk wanted LA Knight to get in the back of the line and all that. LA Knight just being like, nah, I am the line.
I love that line. I love that line. Like, you know what?
I did too.
I am the line. And just walk out. Yeah. And I'm like, I felt like Punk was about to just go in the back and just hit him in the back of the head. I'm like, oh shit, we're about to get just brawls out here. I'm gonna kill this. I don't mind. Yeah. Let the anger consume you. Let the hatred flow in you. Why don't I sound like Palpatine right now? Damn, shit, that's crazy.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, it's true. Let that hate flow through you, you big old. But yeah, go ahead. Talk to me, Vash. What do you think of all this? All this that went down.
When it comes to the Gunther and Seth, one thing that threw me off, I have a question to you. In chat, please help me answer this as well. For example, hypothetically, Gunther and Seth fought each other. Seth won against Gunther. He's still holding the briefcase. Can he still cash in the briefcase on, like, for example, on John Cena while still holding the champion of the World Heavyweight and holding the briefcase?
I mean,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, okay. Because I'm just curious about that when he was walking out. I'm like, nice briefcase. I hope he changes color every week. But if he actually won the title without using the briefcase, can he still hold the briefcase or anything like that? Like, I'm just curious about that if we ever got to that.
Wait, stand by. I don't know if we're...
On my end, I see we're still live.
Yeah, we're live, but why are we frozen?
Oh, we frozen?
Oh my god, are we cursed? Oh no, wait, why is my iPad just frozen? Sorry, everybody. Jesus Christ, what is up with tonight? Tonight's just cursed, man. Something's cursed about tonight. I don't understand what it is. Distractions everywhere. Yeah, I can't recall if we've ever gotten a champion holding the Money in the Bank briefcase. Yeah, I don't think we've ever gotten that before.
Yeah, because
so, I mean,
that'd be interesting. Exactly, like if we get that or something with Seven, like I wonder how will the booking work with that aspect. But Seth coming out, he has a little talk of mojo. Punk coming out makes sense. Chat, quick FYI, have not seen the full event of Night of Champions or afternoon of two champions is what I'm calling it. And the event itself, I have seen the clips, I've seen the results. Punk, of course, didn't win. Of course, he said, yo, I'm going to come back. You know, hey, you didn't want me as champion. I'm going to still come here and stop and fight you. So I love when these two keep the same story along, even after many years that, yo, I don't like you. If I see you, it's hands on sight. And I appreciate that. And I love that. Those, you know, those extra details of hatred when it comes to the characters that we see. But however, when it comes to him running, I don't know, him running kind of looked weak when it came to Seth running away from Punk. But I get it that it was cause surprise and you gotta, you know, still come out and not get beat up without your bodyguards. But I felt a bit weak on my end.
I mean, I could see that. I mean, to me, that's just like, hey, I don't want to get my ass beat. Like, I don't care who you are. Some guy coming up trying to kick my ass. Nah, I mean, yeah, I'll try to kick his, but like, that's the other thing too. Seth is a visionary. He is a revolutionary. He's always thinking, always planning. And if something's not part of the plan, nah, you're gonna have to get out of here with that. Oh, it looks like Drop has returned to us.
Yeah, I'm just curious to know. Yeah, I'm just curious to know that if his stream that's probably still active would kick me out. So I'm trying to see what's going on because we haven't done this before. So I'm like, whoo, let's see what happens.
I mean, yeah, so far it's yours. So far we're on yours right now.
I think. Okay.
So it's all good.
Okay, it works.
Well,
cool.
I can vamp real quick while he's coming up because I did see something quite hilarious today, everybody.
Oh my god, transition still works. Oh my god. Wait, I don't need to have family here. I don't need to have family.
It's all about family, you know. No, it's wrestling related, you know, family and all that.
Yeah, okay, you know what? Keep it. Shit, yeah,
just
why
keep
not?
it. It actually kind of looks nice. Yeah, it actually kind of looks
it works
nice.
out. I just look shorter. But when it comes to what else we said about LA Knight coming out was amazing. The fight they had within the crowd. Seth running away from LA Knight. LA Knight looking like this. I like how it turned out, and then LA Knight connecting with Punk. I love how Punk is starting to connect with the other big guys. It's starting to get him into the right position. That he's interacting with the big guys like what he did a couple months ago with Damian Priest, with Drew McIntyre, and now he's getting with the other big stars like Seth Rollins. We also have Punk. So it's to see him interact with them like, okay, he's getting to that ceiling. He's getting to that extra level, and I'm happy as a fan.
Yeah, I like how LA Knight is mixing it up with these main eventers and all that. It's just eventually it is going to come to a point where it's just like, okay, this is great that you're mixing it up with them, but let's win some like big titles now. Like, yeah, you had your stunt with the US title. Sure, you could have a stunt with the IC title, but getting a world title, man, come on, it's nearing the time you're gonna have to start having that as one of your accolades and build up your own resume for your own career and all that. So yeah, I mean, I don't have anything else more to say on this because again, like the Gunther Goldberg stuff, like they're not really doing anything new with it. They're just being lazy, like just saying the same thing over and over again.
Because
almost very like because they did the kind of same thing with Rhea earlier too. Like a lot of her speech was kind of the same thing. Oh, the Judgment Day's finally behind me. Now what's next for me? It's like,
also
I feel like that was like
their
last year.
Interaction also felt kind of awkward, like the way they kind of had to freeze a bit for Io to answer, you know, give the head nod. It felt a bit awkward type of writing or the acting in that portion as well. But I do agree with Gunther. If you talk about Gunther and Goldberg, the only reason that we don't got Goldberg because this man is still doing physical therapy. He's trying to get the cardio in. He's trying to get that ready because we saw this man limping. This man was struggling before.
Hopefully he's able to make Night of Champions. Because I think it's Tapioca Night back at the home. So
we're back to drop stream.
Oh, we are. Oh, transitioned. Look at that. Look at that fun stuff going on. It hasn't transitioned yet to me. Oh, wait a minute. Now it's black. Oh boy. Let me just restart that. There we go. Hey, there we go. Everybody, we got this. We got this in the bag. We got this in the bank. Money in the bank, if you will.
Oh, this stream is going to go down in history as the most chaotic stream for Weebs of the Ring for sure, as of now.
This stream is sponsored by Verizon. Verizon, have it your way. We're transitioning now. I don't want to talk about. Screw it. Oh, wait, no. Oh, Drop's coming back. Never mind. He can tell us how he feels about it all. Oh, man. But yeah, I mean, it just feels so lazy anymore with it. Like just do something more with it. Drop your back.
Drop. your stream reconnected, and then it's back now to being the mainstream.
Okay.
Yeah, but
We're getting
got
a lot of
backups.
views out of it.
Yeah,
We're here. Well,
great.
I hope audience is having a kick out of this one,
We
having
got-
fun. Write it in the comments.
Yeah, we got 81 views out of it. So
Hell yeah. You know what? There's only one person I can blame for all this, and that's Santos Escobar. I feel like it's his fault
Yep.
for doing all this. His fault for like cutting an internet line over at Drop's place. I don't know. But Drop, we were talking about the this world title segment, I guess, with like Gunther regurgitating lines they said about Goldberg before, Seth coming out, Punk, LA Knight getting involved. Any comments you had on that whole situation going on?
I mean, I'm happy to see LA Knight involved with main event talent. So it's nice to see that
Mhm.
we're going to be getting that match of him and Seth at Saturday Night's main event, which I expected that to be there. And then when it comes to Gunther, I mean, Gunther kind of looked weird. Looked like a dork, to be honest.
Thank you. Oh my God. Yes, I literally word
did?
for word. That is what I
Yeah,
said.
yeah,
He looked
because
like
it
a
would be
dork.
different. It would be different with somebody else that fits that criteria. But somebody like Gunther shouldn't be sitting on the ground like that, especially the way that they built him
Especially-
up.
Yep, especially like less than 2 weeks
Yeah.
before you face off against Goldberg of
Exactly.
all people.
That's
Like,
like
come on,
that's like
man.
Stone Cold sitting there or the Undertaker just sitting on the ground watching stuff happen. You don't see
Yeah.
that. Those two would be beating the absolute shit out of you.
Yeah, like nah, man. Come on, just do more, do better. That's it. Like just it just felt lazy with Gunther's shit.
Yeah.
You know, like the other stuff was fine. It's just whatever. But you know, that's not all we have to deal when it comes to Seth and his boys, because his boys had a tag team match tonight. Play a holla holla, bling bling, dollar dollar, however his theme song went, because Sami Zayn and Penta were out for a bit of revenge, a bit of, you know, comeuppance for Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed after what happened at Night of Champions. So earlier in the night, Sammy's actually attacked by Karrion Kross with a lead pipe. So he's already going into this match fairly injured. His ribs are all taped up. He's not 100%. Which is funny when you look at some of the stuff he was able to do in this match, but you know that's just nature of pro wrestling and all that. So again, Sammy still goes on with the match, and it's a heavily contested match with Penta and him like pulling out high flying moves and, you know, just having no fear whatsoever. And it's basically your typical story when it comes to Sami Zayn, showing just how much heart and soul he has, especially like after he hits this massive suplex on Bronson Reed, which, yeah, good on you, even with like horrible ribs. Sorry, even without the horrible ribs, like that would have been hard to do for. Did kind of take me out though, because Michael Cole at first, when Sammy was trying to do a suplex, Michael Cole was just like, he's trying to hit a blue thunder bomb. It's just like, Michael Cole,
Well, he's been doing that a lot lately.
he has been, and I'm like, Michael Cole, dude, come on, buddy. Come on, just think a little bit more. But it's fine. Let it slide and all that. But after he hits that massive suplex, he gets hit with a spear by Braun Breaker, and they're about to just destroy and end Sami Zayn and Penta until a returning, quote unquote, Jey Uso comes out with a steel chair to help save the day. So it looks like he's going to be backing up these two guys against Seth and his boys. All good, all fun things. Guys, what'd you think of the match? What'd you think of like the story progressions going forward? I thought the match itself was fine. Like nothing really too, at least for me, nothing too like grandiose or like exciting to really like write home about. It's just your typical main event tag team match, just waiting for it to end so that way we could see, okay, what's going to happen after the match. If there was something during the match. I don't know. Yeah, what'd you guys think? Vash, go ahead, start us start kicking us off with this main event match.
I agree 100% with what you said. That this fight of Sami and Penta versus Bronze on the Bron is what I believe Punk called them.
The Bron.
Yeah, the Bron. And Punk, I'm gonna take that if you don't mind. I'm gonna use that from now on until then. But the Bron, the match was great. The combination was fucking chaotic. We had Sami and Penta. Sami pulled the fucking walk. He did Cero Miedo, and he just like, bro, did the 1, 2, 3 step, and then did the flip. Fucking marvelous. I love it. It's just Sami's like the best wingman. This man will support. If you get me involved on the this man will tell you, yo, bro, I'm not dancing. But if you bring him to the dance floor, this man will start breaking moves out of nowhere. Be like, yo, I think we're dancing. No. I just don't like to dance, but that's what I tell people. But hey, I'm still kicking it because I'm going to support you. You brought me here. I'm going to support you ride or die. That's the type of wave that Sami is on, and I love that character about him. This man, hey, he probably got told by the booker or his boss, be like, hey, you're going to team up with Triple M. You're going to team up with Penta. Like, what? All right, cool. And it worked so well. The same thing we saw this past Friday. We saw Andrade and our boy Phoenix. They also had a great dynamic, great combination and everything. As well, at the end of the match, we had, I believe, Sami, like you mentioned, took Bronson Reed, did the suplex and everything. But then Bron Breakker did a beautiful spear right after. It was just, I just felt so bad, but it was just beautiful choreography. I'm like, damn, Sami, but that looked amazing. Like, oh, beautiful. You took him out. It was very surprising. And then got spear. I'm like, I feel bad for you, but look amazing though.
Yeah, it was some good camera work on their part, where after he hit that suplex, you just see Bron just diving with his spear midair and all. It was fun to look at and all that. Well, that's you, Drop. What'd you think of everything, like the match, the post-match stuff? Just everything going forward right now.
So I thought the match was pretty good, just to see Sami and Penta working together, because that's a partnership I've been wanting to see for a bit when it comes to those tagging with one another. So that's nice. I guess all in all, like when it comes to this match itself, it was pretty good. There was a lot of good moments here. Obviously, the stuff with Cole, I would have to agree, did take me out of it a little bit, because it's like Cole's been around for so long and he's been around Sami and everything. So it's like he should know what a suplex is. He should know what a Blue Thunder Bomb is and everything. And so it's like, I don't know if it's because he's just trying to rush through it as fast as he can and he's not really paying attention, but it's like, when it comes to a simple suplex, I mean, come on now. That's like one of the most easiest things to remember. Everybody knows what a suplex is. Everybody knows what sleeper hold is. So it's like, it's not really that hard to really comprehend there. But I think, if anything, what I'm more curious about is what this whole Plan B thing is. I'm not sure if you guys touched on that when I was gone.
No, not yet. Like, we're just getting into all this part. The Plan B thing really has me intrigued. It's like, okay, what are you plotting then? Is it still Gunther? Is it like waiting for Jay to topple Gunther again and then cashing in? Because like I think that's gonna be the plan for Seth, is whether it's Jay or Cody, once either one of them wins their respective world titles again, Seth is going to cash in on one of them. I think that's what the plan is, but it's just like, which one does he choose? Does he choose?
I think it'll be Cody.
See, I would prefer Cody. There's a part of me that thinks it's going to be Jay just after tonight. I don't know. It just depends on where the company wants to go moving forward, like around SummerSlam time. But yeah, good shout with that. Pointing that out with like the Plan B thing, because I did take note of that when Heyman said something about it.
You're right there, because Bron Breakker was mad about that too. Like, I just want to fight, and like Bron would want to tackle people. He even told his boss Triple H, like, yo, play my music, and just head out.
Odin just wants to slice people up. That's all he wants to do.
I will say though, like after the match itself, when Penta who ended up getting pinned, I forgot. Was it Penta?
No, Sami did.
Sami.
Okay. Oh yeah, that makes sense due to the injury. So it's like I will say though, I wasn't a fan of how the show closed. I thought it was a little underwhelming having Jey Uso run out there with the chair. I mean, I was expecting a little more out of that, especially since there was like a little bit more time left. Like I was like when they mentioned the whole Plan B thing earlier, like I thought it possibly could have been a person, because I don't think we're done adding people to this group, or possibly something else that we're unsure of. Like that's what I was expecting it to happen, because Seth Rollins left the building and everything. You got both of the Brons there, so it's like I was expecting something a little bit more, but it's like Jay coming out with the chair, taking out both guys. Like I don't know, I just felt like I wasn't big of a fan of how that show ended like that.
Yeah, I could see that. And that actually is a good little segue to something I wanted to actually bring up really quick. Is especially with Seth's group here, I feel like we're nearing the time now where not only should we add another member, because this group really needs a fall guy. And what I mean by that is like somebody that will be the one to eat all the pins. Your JD McDonoughs, if you, or your Wheeler Yutas, if like the one that's always gonna just like eat all of the offense from the baby faces and make them look the strongest and all that. So yeah, we kind of need that person now for Seth's group, because it's kind of hard for me to like really like get behind like baby faces like getting one over on Bron, like on Bron basically. It makes sense with like Bron Breakker, because at least you can kind of still get away with it with like the whole like, oh, he's inexperienced kind of thing. But it's like, also, how long has he been on the roster? And also he's been like former NXT champion, like multiple time NXT champion. And Bronson Reed, I mean, he's been old with shit. So yeah, like I'm nearing the time where I personally would like the fall guy to come in, and whether that's somebody that's already on the main roster, or like the rumors were saying like Ethan Page,
Ricky Saints or
Ricky
Ethan
Saints.
Page.
Yeah, which I mean would suck for Ricky Saints, because like I don't want to see him like lose and all that stuff, but like I would probably put Ethan Page in that position.
Yeah, I can.
At least for this group.
Yeah.
Same. Okay, depends, because he'll make it work. He has that snake type of vibe, so I don't mind, because if he loses a lot, he could use that against them in the future with that type of attitude that he has and that type of aura. Is what I call it.
Plus, he has the charisma to really bounce back from being in a position like that, I think. So, but yeah, we'll have to see where the future leads us with this group and all that. We're gonna go back now to our ladies, but a number one contenders match we got tonight between Bayley and Lyra Valkyria, which gets set up because of the actions that happened last week with Lyra basically causing the DQ during Bayley's IC title match, and Bayley, of course, obviously did not take kindly to any of this happening, and she was kind of talking shit too during that interview. And Lyra just comes in, and I'm not gonna lie, was not a fan of this part. I really was not, because like as much as Lyra was like, oh, Bayley, you're making it all about you. Lyra, what are you doing then? Like you're kind of doing exactly what you're saying that Bayley's doing.
Right? I feel like she's doing the opposite of what she's trying to tell.
Like Bayley at least makes sense, and she was trying to say that too. Like, yeah, Becky took her out at Mania, and she was trying to get some sort of revenge on her, and Lyra kind of got in the way of it, but that's besides the point. They have that big old argument. They have a pretty good match too, mind you. Like, one thing I really appreciate about Lyra's style is she's she's a reversal kind of person. Like she will always like find a way to like get out of a certain hold or a certain move, or like capitalize on something that somebody might be doing. Like for example, Bayley did the superplex off the top rope, and it looked like she was going to do like kind of follow through with it, almost like what Seth Rollins does when he does like a superplex into the Falcon Arrow. And Lyra like caught her legs and tried to go for a pin there. Like it's things like that that I really like that Lyra does. And I will say this, I really like the ending of this match. How we had like the double pinfall. Like I like that moment, not so much like Jessica Carr, going up like really close to the camera saying it, because I felt like to me that was a little, but that's just a nitpick at best with that, or at worst, I guess. But yeah, I was a really big fan of how they did like the double pinfall finish for this.
I kind of expected it. That was going to be the result, because when they were
Yeah.
trying to do it the first time, that you kind of saw being foreshadowed, like there was kind of like I believe Michael Cole, Corey Graves' brother, like, oh look, both shoulders are down. I thought they were trying to kind of lead into it, and then when it actually happened, I'm like, oh, okay, it actually did happen. Like that was actually the course.
Yeah. So yeah. But what about you guys? Especially you, Drop. Like I think I've seen your message from Discord, like about the creative finish to this. I'm assuming this is what you were talking about when you had made that comment.
Yeah, because I remember me and you were talking about that being a possible thing with Cena and Punk when he came to the draw.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of made me think back of what we talked about the other day. So I was like, oh, it didn't happen in that match, but it happened with this one. Which I thought was nice, because we don't normally see that as much anymore. It's normally like somebody wins or there's a disqualification of some kind. But it's like, I liked it because it protects both of them. It also shows that these two girls really put in a lot of work when it came to their match, because they really went pretty crazy. Like I haven't seen these girls like run around as much as they did initially when they first came after each other for the first time. Obviously there's more aggression there because they're frustrated for one another, so that's another thing to fall in there. But I did notice like Lyra was really aggressive in this match.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she really brought the intensity.
Like that neck breaker she did, like it almost made
that was nice.
Yeah,
that
the
was
snap
nice.
she had on that.
Yeah.
Oh, it was pictured just like chef's kiss. Mwah. Yes, more like that. WWE. But yeah, so we got a draw. They ended up brawling after the match too, kind of getting their heat back and all that. Yeah, so this is probably how we're getting our triple match. I'm glad we didn't do the thing where Becky went out there to try to disrupt the match.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Yes, I was hoping. I'm glad it didn't.
That.
I agree.
Yeah,
I would have been upset with that.
Yeah, no, I would not have liked that.
I just wonder how we're gonna get to that now, because now that we have them as a draw, how we're gonna have the transition from next week Monday's show into them saying, okay, we don't have a contender for you, Becky, and then most likely both of them are gonna show up to Adam Pearce's office at the same time, be like, it was a draw, blah blah blah, and then you know what, you guys are annoying. How about triple threat, call it a day? Like that's my expectation of what I'm gonna see next week Monday.
I have a feeling it's going to be the case where Becky goes out there all cocky, being like, oh, I don't have a freaking contender for Evolution. That means I don't have to. And then Adam Pearce comes out and just like, hold on there, Becky. I may be bald, but I'm not stupid. You're going to have a triple threat match. Boom, there we go. And then I swear, if that comes true, I might just call myself a prophet and head on to the street with my tag team titles. Anyways, yeah, so that's probably how we'll get to that. Just with Pearce being like, yeah, they both have issues with you, Becky, and you're not gonna get away with what you got away with last week. You're gonna have to face both of them.
Yeah, it's looking like there's a good chance we might get around 8 matches on this card too. Just
that. Oh, don't tickle me. like that.
Yeah.
Uh,
Because you never know, we might get
match.
some stuff announced tonight. Because I know they're taping SmackDown, so stuff can
mhm.
come out of that. Plus, you gotta
Yeah.
add into the whole thing with what Tiffany's doing. Maybe Tiffany has a match there. Maybe and then this match gets announced because more likely it's going to take place there. I don't see why it wouldn't because they want to load up this show with a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
Which, keep in mind, everybody, spoilers for SmackDown will probably be coming out. So,
Yeah.
if
Oh,
you
and
wanna be
also,
Mhm.
we're not covering that show, as a quick reminder as well, on July 4th.
Yeah. There's your other reminder that, yeah, we won't be live on Friday, but we'll keep reminding you throughout the week. And yeah, so that'll be a fun match when we get that announced and all that. Let's move on now to our tag team title picture. We had a heel versus heel contest, which I have words about that too. Between the New Day and the Judgment Day. So which day is it gonna be? Are we gonna continue having a New Day? Is
Oh
are
my
we finally gonna
god.
get some vengeance and all that? I don't know because hey, this match was decent until
It was great.
Finn. Well, that was until Finn got his hot tag in, and then we started kicking it up a little.
Yeah,
more, 'cause,
that extra gear went in, and I was
Mhm.
loving it. I was locked in after the extra gear. I'm like, oh,
yeah,
I'm paying attention now.
like both teams were locked in. The crowd was like loving the Judgment.
Yeah.
It kind of took me back a little bit. I'm just wait, JD's getting these kind of pops right now.
Yeah.
What? Just don't Google him, but whatever. But yeah, both sides are trying to lay in some cheap shots later on. One of them being with title belt. There were multiple instances.
Oh.
Match was done. Like that was one of them. There was like the midnight hour spot that we had. But finally, the Judgment Day were able ones to pick up the win after Finn hits a good old coup de Gracie. They're now 2-time tag team champions. Well, I think Finn with Damian Priest they were champions, but whatever. Later on, Roxanne Perez gets voted today. We have a bit of a back and forth with Kel not really feeling it still yet, which is interesting after what happened at Night of Champions, but whatever, we could talk about here in just a second. Let's focus on the match first, because again, like the match started off just a little basic, but yeah, again, once that hot tag got in, oh, this thing kicked up a notch. But go ahead, lay it on me, guys. What do you think?
I'm sorry. I'm gonna be honest, chat. I have a fly in my room, and I've been trying to hunt it and kill it. So that's why, in case it's just me snapping, trying to clap my fingers and everything, I'm gonna just be upfront about that. Two, I love this fight. This was a great match. I do agree with Watkins when they went to the extra gear. They hit the extra cylinder. I was locked in. I was watching it on the Discord. I had a few people there watching with me. Gremlin, one of our team members, was watching it with me. We were chatting about it. Funny enough, when the match started with JD and Finn coming on the entrance, I said this funny theory. I said, yo, I have a feeling JD and Finn is going to win tonight. And then literally by the hot tag at the very end where they were literally doing all their spots, and then you knew that JD and Finn were going to win. I'm like, oh shit, it's actually happened. Oh shit, it happened. Wow. I said some bullshit kind of theory. I didn't actually think it was going to come true. Like, I was just throwing that out. And I'm like, damn, I should really trust my gut. So that was pretty awesome. But like I said, the fight was amazing. JD has some great pops. And, I love watching Finn doing his sling blade. Just seeing that shit's always just spectacular to see. Just the way he lands it and just the way he does it is just amazing. The coup de grace is always fucking, like, cool. But I just feel like, I get it, he just lands on the ribs and stomach and kind of hurts them, but I just feel like it doesn't always feel like a finisher, but still cool to see. The New Day, but one thing I would say, I'm sorry that your booking got fucked up in your heel run, because you guys deserve better. I am a fan of you, other than, like, your run as heels in this past 6 months has been very lackluster since December with you guys and Big E, and I'm sorry about that because I really want to see actually work the outfits, you guys really did try the music and everything, but it just didn't work. The booking failed you guys. Even Michael Cole said that you guys only defend your title twice, so that's another feeling why I felt they might have won because of them only defending twice. And right now, Raquel and Roxanne has the tag titles. It kind of works for Judgment Day to all kind of be running back and feeling again in a way unison. So it kind of worked, but it sucks at the end of the day. But that's all I got for the New Day and the Judgment Day.
Yeah. Well, what about you, Job? What do you think of like the title change here that we got? And I guess like, yeah, because I guess one conversation we should probably have is like how some of these like mid card titles have been booked, like or mainly the tag titles, because like if you remember earlier to Io and how she hadn't defended her titles in Mania, and here we have the New Day who only have defended them twice apparently. Yeah, like that should probably be a conversation. But what do you think of the match? Like, you know, Judgment Day picking up the win. They're all now, and they've got a PS5 back now. Finally, got to see.
It was probably
that.
Roxanne.
It probably was Roxanne because I mean, it seems like they succeed when Liv's not. So yeah, lay it on us, Drop. What do you think?
It was probably the second part of the match that really got me into it. Like the hot tag pretty much stole the show for me here. That's when I was really like, I was fully unlocked, paying attention to everything that was going on. And when it came to the title change itself, I mean, I wasn't really bothered by it because I mean the New Day's heel turn was just wasted. They didn't really do anything to capitalize on it, and you know, just having them have the tag titles and not really following through even before they had the tag titles ever since they did that whole segment with Big E like all those months ago. It just never went anywhere, and I just didn't like it. Like I just expect, it's weird because it's like it's one of those things where like you can make a video on and be like, where could this have possibly gone? Like a what if scenario if they actually put a lot of effort into building with whatever was going on with the New Day. But it's like, you know, you got this whole thing with the Judgment Day right now. They're getting momentum again. They all have gold. You got Finn and JD with the world tag titles. You got Dom as the IC champion. Now you got Roxanne, a part of the Judgment Day, and she also has a title that Liv once had to solve the whole issue with the women's tag title situation. So it's like looking at that, just looking at all the momentum they're getting, I was like, okay, it makes sense for them to go there. And at least with them, there's like something there, like unlike with the New Day, that's like building with a story that we could really sink into. Because I mean, I don't really know where New Day goes after this, and it just, I don't know, they just feel like really out of place now. Like the past couple months, they just feel really out of place.
Yeah, they're just there, man.
Yeah,
hanging out, and yeah, they had the tag titles, but they didn't do anything with them. They were just like, oh yeah, we're here.
Did you guys see the Grayson Waller also did like a promo talking about the New Day and everything? Because if you didn't, that's probably
I wasn't watching on.
Okay, so that's VPN, and Grayson Waller promo as well was just weird. It just felt out of place. He was talking about the New Day. He was talking about how it's great to see them and the New Day rocks, and then he literally started about, I don't need to talk about Austin Theory right now. I need to talk about how great the New Day is. I was so confused of what they're trying to build or have the New Day be involved with Austin Theory or A-Town Down Under. I'm straight up confused. Like, I don't know what's the direction they're going with. I feel like mindless.
Well, we've been trying to do freaking lit of A-Town Down Under for like what, a
2
year
years
now?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's felt like 2 years, but like, yeah, I think in real been like won the tag titles last year at WrestleMania 40, and they didn't really go too far with those.
Yeah, they went only until July or June. I think for almost 2-3 months. Yeah.
And yeah, we've been teasing this split of them for ages. So it's just like, are we gonna do it? Because Theory is apparently getting some good pops, which brings me to another question for you guys. Because like with Liv gone, like there's obviously gonna be a different dynamic here. Tonight, Judgment Day, we're getting a lot of cheers. I don't know if that was just like Judgment Day itself or if it was Finn. I don't know, but they seemed really happy. And we know that Dom's kind of been like, I mean, he's still a little shit, but like he's at least been getting some big pops as well. Could we possibly be getting a face turn for the Judgment Day?
Maybe, depending on what direction they go with it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm kind of in that boat where it's just like I could see it possibly happening. It just depends on what they want to do, especially with Liv whenever Liv comes back. How they're gonna continue that dynamic, because that's the other thing. Like, if the Judgment Day aren't gonna be splitting, because I mean, there's another split that's been teased for God knows how long. If we're
I feel like a roller coaster of a group, which I'm okay with, because at least they're making it interesting with the Judgment Day. It's like we're breaking up, no, we're not. We're breaking up, no, we're not. We're breaking up. We're just having a roller coaster of emotional relationship that's just toxic, but also we just love each other. And I do agree with your take that it's a face turn for the whole Judgment Day because Finn is smiling too much. That's a smile that you
right now.
He's happy, and that looks like a baby face type of attitude, even though the scheme that he did is a very snaky type of vibe as well. But yeah.
Or, it could just be a shit-eating grin that he's just having. Like, look what happens when you listen to Finn. Finn Balor didn't show up to Raw tonight. Nah, it was Finn Balor. It was Win Balor.
Win Balor.
Yeah. They all clinked their titles together, voted Roxanne in with a landslide. Like, nobody didn't know.
No, what Dom said, I have to talk to Liv.
No, make a decision on Z. Like,
hey, he wants to get the communication with his girl. He gotta make sure, like, yo, babe, are we good to add this extra girl in the group? And she says, no, I gotta support her decision.
It's funny. You say Dom with communication, but for months he was like, oh, I'm not gonna tell Finn this thing. And then, what was it, like almost a year ago? Oh, I haven't heard anything. I don't know what Rhea's to or what she's doing. Blah, blah, blah. Like, nah. Dom communicating. He's not talking to Liv.
He pick and chooses. You can't be too hard on Dom. He pick and chooses who he wants to communicate with.
He mainly picks those chicken tendies and whoever's holding them.
You're not wrong.
And right now it's somebody that is 3 apples tall standing next to him. But anything to add with like Judgment Day shenanigans and all that? Because again, like they've got some power now on Monday.
Curious to see where's the direction. Honestly, that's all I got. Like, curious to see where the direction is for Judgment Day. Like, what's next?
Yeah, because I feel like the hurdle right now is to gain the approval for the tag titles, which is what they're doing at Evolution. So that's one of their goals right now. And then I feel like, if anything, the thing that made it pretty apparent is just getting Liv out of there, really.
Yeah.
That's really the goal right now.
Easily pushing her out.
Wait! Did we talk about Dom and AJ Styles segment?
I was just going to bring that up, too, because, because Dom is not cleared yet. He has a doctor's note, checked by Pearce and all that, and AJ even checked it, and it even did say that he was a little bitch. So,
yeah,
there's another meme for you there. Use it to your own free will, because it is good. I did like that segment a little bit, because it's like, okay, it's very akin to, what was it? For some reason, I started thinking about, like, it was like 2003 when Stone Cold was like co-GM on, and there's the whole thing where like he couldn't give a stunner to somebody unless they physically provoked it. Kind of the same thing here, where like Dom on his little like doctor's note, just like, oh, AJ, if you touch me, if you try to hurt me, you're never getting a title shot. So, ooh, you can't touch me, MC Hammer, blah. Yeah, no, I like this. I like this little dynamic. AJ again is gonna like try to destroy Dom.
Oh yeah. And this man with glasses, he dead as took his glasses and he's like, hey, go read. He dead as took his glasses like, oh shit, yeah, you're right. Okay, time to read. He said, yeah, you're right. This does say you're a punk ass bitch. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. But go ahead, Drop. What you have to say?
Oh no, I didn't really have anything to say. I mean, I thought the moment itself was funny and everything, but I'm just hoping we get the match sooner or later because I want to see AJ in action again.
Yeah, same here. Because he is again phenomenal.
Do we think we're gonna hold off to it until SummerSlam?
It just depends on the nature of Dom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if he's good enough next week, it could be a Saturday night event. If not, it could just be on a random Raw. But if it's on a random Raw, I probably would see Dom dropping it. But
yeah,
we'll have to see, and hopefully he gets better soon. But of course, we got one more match to kind of talk about here, where Sheamus taking on Rusev, a big old hoss match, or a Big E special, if you will. When it comes to these two had a banger. I mean, again, two just like sluggers just going at it. And when both men hit some pretty big moves on each other, like on the outside of the ring, Rusev getting in just a nick of time to keep himself like in the match and not losing a count out. And they're fighting on the corner of the ring, like on that, and Rusev ends up like pulling off the padding that's on like the metal part that's like connecting the turnbuckle corner and the like the LED like corner on the ring and all. And he just like pulls Sheamus like neck throat first into this thing, gives him a good old Machka kick in the ring, pins him 1, 2, 3. That's the end of the match. We're probably not done here with the two. So I'm glad we're not, because these two can put on a very good match. What you guys think of this? I mean, because I think for Rusev especially, it's good for him to have a program like this to really just like showcase a little bit of what he's about and just how tough he can be, especially against somebody like Sheamus. But yeah, what do you guys think of this contest we had?
That was a banger.
Banger. There were 15 bangers in this match.
Yes, that was dope. 15 bangers. The more we continue to do these coverages and everything, I feel like the more I improve on catching the spots of where the knee hit the head, but wasn't the knee actually hitting the head. It was a sound effect of Sheamus hitting his knee and slapping at the right time to make that sound effect. So like, it's amazing. It doesn't bother me. I'm not like, oh my god, it's not real no more to me. No, I've always known it was choreography style of live action anime. That's how I see what pro wrestling is. Fun storytelling, live action opera. So just seeing is more fun. Analyzing, see like, oh, I saw the knee slap. So the first time we did it, I was like, wait, I heard it, but I didn't see it. And then I saw the different camera angle where I saw the knee and I saw the hair. I'm like, I caught it this time. So just those little fun little things for me as a viewer and as a critic, that me being new to this wrestling side of talking about it in a critique way and everything. So it's been fun in that aspect. And the match itself, like I said, it's a banger. I don't have much to say. Like, you already did a great job breaking it down with the match itself. I still don't know too much of Rusev. Like I said, I heard of know of him, seen a few clips throughout my time in my timeline and everything. But the match itself was great. I think Big E tweeted that he already wants a best of 7 out of these two.
Oh, give me a best of 7 with 2. That'd be fun.
Oh yeah, I don't
Yeah, yeah, it would slap hard. But Drop, what do you think of this match and just like what we could get after this? I guess maybe like a stipulation match if you see anything like that, or just that. But what did you think of it?
I want them to showcase Rusev like this moving forward
Mm-hmm.
because this is the kind of character he is. So hopefully, whoever he comes across next, he could put on similar matches with people that are Sheamus's size because that's the kind of matches he needs to be involved in. I mean, with the exception of like Ilya Dragunov, of course. Like, I would love to see him
Oh,
and
yeah.
Ilya Dragunov have a match. Rusev and Ilya Dragunov. That would be a pretty good
Oof.
match. Like, I just want to see Rusev just be built as a monster because that's pretty much what he is. And we saw that. This was a banger match, like you said, the way you broke it down.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to see more of these guys, and I can easily see it continuing on. Like, I honestly feel like you might actually get a series of matches between the two. It would be nice if there were a little stipulation in there, depending what that is.
Yeah.
Maybe if they want to treat us as something special, maybe you could throw their next match on Saturday Night's Main Event or something. I don't know. Maybe you could save it till. Honestly, I could see these guys feuding throughout the summer a little bit. Maybe maybe you might get a SummerSlam match out of it too. I just want to see
Yeah.
more of it. I don't think this is the end. Definitely don't.
Oh no, not at all. Yo, if they do a best of 7 series, it could lead to like the final of it being at like Clash in Paris, because
Yeah.
at least with that they would be overseas, a little closer to their families, and they could
Yeah.
join in at least in the crowd, and I think that would be a good moment for them over there as well. And plus, that French crowd will just adore both of these guys.
Oh my god, another round of that crowd. Sign me up, injecting my
Can't
veins
wait.
with adrenaline. I'd love
Can't
to
wait.
see the meter, the music. Oh my god, please have AJ fight there again. I just want to hear them
Mhm.
sing the phenomenal one again.
Oh yeah.
Phenomenal.
Ole, 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 phenomenal. Ole,
man.
ole, ole,
Yeah, give it to me.
ole. Sorry, guys, I'm just going to get into it because I will. It's a
all
sucker
good.
in
No
me.
worries. No worries with that. We got one quick fire segment to hit here where Chad Gable's gonna be out. He's got to get his surgery and all that, and on Americano, he'll make appearances here and there, I guess, I suppose. But Ivy Nile is going to be in charge of American Made to make sure everybody can remember the name. And El Grande Americano does show up on Monday Night Raw, so he is here. So those rumors of him needing to go in for soldier surgery, looks like those were baseless rumors. Thanks, Dirt Sheets. But yeah, El Grande's looking really good.
And
You know,
taller as well.
like-
You know, he gained some height.
Yeah.
He's always been that tall. What are you talking about? He's always been like tall, that build. You know,
Yeah.
that's just El Grande Americano. What are you talking
Yeah, very questioning that American Made stood very quiet. You know, even Captain Kelly was just shocked that they just pop out of nowhere and he just walk away and they were stunned. No words, no comment.
When you got the spiritual pressure that El Grande Americano, like it can subjugate some, you know. Yeah.
Possibility, but I like the joke that Adam Pearce asked Jackie, but like, hey, you're out, right? Like, yeah, you know, with shoulder surgery. He's like, so I expect that to see a gun Americano. And Jack's like, yeah, you know, he's a world superstar. Of course, you would probably still see him. I don't know. And I just love Adam Pearce just like, oh, this bullshit's still going on, and just walk away. Like it just felt genuine. And then once he popped up, I didn't expect it, but once I saw Ludwig Kaiser behind them for American Made, I felt like that was his. Like, oh, I could do it. But then I'm just happy he's on TV. What purpose is this gonna do? We're gonna find out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what purpose it'll serve, but I mean, at least El Grande Americano's there. Great.
Yeah.
So, drop any comments on this El Grande Americano and the little bits that we got tonight?
I wish Gable the best, and it's just nice to see El Grande Americano back in action again. Looks
Yep.
great as
Yep.
always.
Again, take that, Dirt Sheets. How dare y'all try to slander the man, the myth, the legend that is El Grande America. But with that being said, and with the timing I'm seeing right now, we've reached the end of our show. Time for some final thoughts and hitting an outro and all that. As positively as we have. You okay over there?
I just love how you just started with the outro. Like, hey, great show, guys. In my head, I'm like, yeah, definitely one of my favorite episodes of ever for us. Not in any bad or great way. It's just most chaotic live stream, and
great.
in the best way possible. Chat, honestly, I had a great time. It was fun.
See, that's the best part about doing a live show, is just some of the shenanigans that just end up happening, because life is just like, oh, hey, you're doing a live stream, here's some content, use this content, whether it's good or bad or anything. Hey, it's all fun at the end of the day. But with that being said, with Raw, I mean, there are some fun things here and there with it, but it's I don't know. There's still some stuff that's just kind of lazy too. Like I was saying earlier with like Gunther and kind of Rhea's promo as well.
Agree.
Maybe a little bit with the EOs, but I at least give her. I have a bias, so I at least give her a little bit of a pass sometimes.
Also, Twitter, anybody, can we get some subtitles for her little small portion that she did? I would love to know what she did. My Japanese is not that great, but
I was gonna say, yeah, it's called Learn Japanese.
Like I said, my Japanese not that great. I still need to improve. So, like, I know a bit of words. It just girl went so fast, and I'm like, yes, I support. I don't know what you said, but I support.
But I mean, still some banger matches and all that, and some setup for not this weekend, but next weekend's wrestling festivities, at least on WWE's side.
Yeah, that's a weekend of and we have Evolution and the one that's Saturday night main event that I'd be forgetting, honestly.
That one. But go ahead, Vash. Let us know, what did you think of Raw?
Look, Raw was fun. We have Seth with his where's my guy wrestling picture? We have with a new case. I hope with this next couple weeks we get a case every single week moving forward. If we come out with him, with a red, white, and blue, like just get different combination. I would love to see that, but we don't know. We will, but that's my assumption. That's my theory, and hopefully that's the case. Other than that, I agree with Walken said. Gunther, weak stuff. Io and Rhea, definitely weak stuff. I'm gonna just be honest. It was weak. It was something that just happened out of the moment without no build up, without no connection, and Io having no type of opponents in the last couple months. It just makes it feel very lackluster, and it's not fun in that aspect. When it comes to LA Knight, that was my favorite part of the night because LA Knight was involved with big stars, and that's something that we've been asking. And like, how can he reach this extra gear, this extra type of ceiling, and break the barrier? And guess what? He's getting these connections with the other bigger stars, and he's interacting with them. He's building the stories with them. He's putting the foundation, and I'm very happy as a LA Knight fan. Yeah. So those are my comments for Raw.
Word. What about you, Drop? What are your comments for Monday Night Raw?
So I'm interested to see what other tag teams are going to be involved in this women's tag match. I would assume that Soruka and Zarya are going to be the NXT team. Maybe Charlotte and Alexa if they don't have any other matches planned for them, if they're not facing each other. But that should be fun to get into once we get into it. Battle Royale, still going to clock in and say Stephanie Becker as my early favorite to win this match. Io and Rhea thing, I mean, it's very slow. So hopefully we can move past that and see whatever's next after that. And then when it comes to the Sami, Penta, Bron, and the bronze match, I mean, I thought the match was fun and everything. Wish we ended off the show a little bit different, but, it is what it is. We move on from it. The Bayley and Lyra stuff when it comes to the match itself, really loved the match. I was really invested in it, and looking forward to seeing when the triple threat match is going to be out, which I would assume would probably be next week. Nice to have new tag champs because the other ones weren't really doing anything, so not really affected by that. And it's nice just to see the Judgment Day locked in with a lot of gold. Plus, they have a new member, Sheamus and Rusev. Great match in itself, like we talked about. I would love to see this continue on, add another stipulation so these guys can destroy each other even more, because this is the kind of stuff that we need on Monday Night Raw. And yeah, those are my thoughts here. I have NXT tomorrow, so I'll see whatever comes out of that builds into Evolution 2, and also the other PLE that's going to be a part of that weekend, which is the Great American Bash. So see.
Oh snap! That's the oh my god.
Wait. The American Bash is that weekend too, on July 12th weekend?
I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's on at like 3:00.
Oh, yeah, it's in the afternoon. I forgot. I thought that was the following weekend or some show. This weekend. Fuck.
I completely forgot about it.
I
Holy shit.
messed up the weekend. That threw me off. Damn, that's that's
I'm
4
literally-
PLEs in that one weekend. That's American Bash, that's Saturday Night Main Event, All In, and Evolution. Yo, why couldn't they spread this out? God damn.
And All In starts at like 3 or 4, doesn't it?
Yeah, it starts
Oh,
early afternoon. Because one thing I noticed is, like, we knew it was going to be that weekend. We just didn't know what time. I feel like they were waiting specifically when they
To
were...
see what the other companies were doing and to see how they can match it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yep. Well, hopefully they put some bangers in there, because All In's kind of looking like the one, at least for Saturday.
Oh, yeah, it's on
Yeah.
at 2:30 p.m. for Great American Bash.
Oh, okay, so they're starting,
Yeah.
Okay, that's not bad.
and they'll end like 12 hours here.
Yo,
Oh, man.
I'm gonna be watching wrestling from like 2 p.m. until like 11 o'clock at night.
Oh, it's gonna be great. Oh, I just realized I have the house to myself again.
Oh my god. Yo, Sidecast the whole day. Sidecast.
I
Oh
might.
shit.
I might have like multiple screens.
One screen of All In, and then the other screen we have American Bash, and then transition into Saturday Night Main Event. Oh, that'd be crazy. Oh,
That would
yeah,
be
guys. So
insane.
here's some behind the scenes of what we probably might be doing next weekend.
Yeah, exactly. But that's next weekend though. This is this week. We're done with Raw tonight. We'll have our grappling with the week on Thursday. Like we've said a couple times tonight, we won't be doing any coverage of SmackDown, even though it's the first. Guys, SmackDown's gonna be back to 2 hours. Aren't you guys excited? Aren't you guys happy?
Oh,
We don't
yeah.
have
My
another
3.
hour. We don't have another hour of just bullshittery. It'd be like, oh, here's a recap from Raw. Don't you want to see the recap from Raw? No, I'll watch the freaking recap from Raw on YouTube. You
From Weebs of the
dingus.
Ring.
And on Weebs the Ring, you dingus. But yeah, so again, 4th of July, enjoy like your day off. Blow some fireworks up. Just make sure any
safe.
dogs that are around are safe and not too scared. And yeah, just if you're gonna light something, you better run away from it. Otherwise you'll shoot your finger. But don't shoot your finger off. Instead, use that finger to like this podcast episode. Use that finger to also subscribe to Weebs of the Ring, and of course use that finger to hit the bell icon so you get notified of every time we go live. So thank you for taking time out of your day for listening to Weebs of the Ring. If you enjoyed what we had to say, again, check out all of those handles in the yellow. I'm not going to repeat them. You guys can see them. I'm assuming you can. If not, then ask your translator to help you figure out what those are, because we've already spent a lot of time on bullshittery tonight, and it's been great.
too.
It's been awesome. It's been fantastic. So just always make sure you use the hashtag Weebs of the Ring so you can interact with us before, during,
Evolution.
or after these events. And it's also a great way to give us feedback, because we are nothing without you guys tuning into our shows. Weebs of the Ring is presented by Anime We Studio. Thanks, of course, to our production team for all of their hard work that they put in every single day for this show to come on. Thank you once again for joining us. And remember, as always, no stunt grannies were harmed in a recording of this podcast. Have a good night. Have a good week. And we will see you on Thursday for Grappling with the...
If you have any questions, go write them in the comments. We will write them. talk about them. Bye.
I will see you guys.
How'd that get in there?